Hello, welcome back to Outer Wilds. This is episode 7. I misspoke last episode. I believe I said episode 7 in that episode as well. That was episode 6. This is episode 7. It was a busy day, busy couple days last time we played. We went to the comet and we found out that the interloper, the comet, we found out that it is the cause of the sun exploding and was not sure what to do about that yet. And then we went to Giant's Deep, which is the water planet, and we discovered a few things there. Spike's making a guest appearance. Hi, Spikey. And then after that, we tried to go to Brittle's Hollow to find the gravity, or to find the South Pole with some other hints to something on Giant's Deep as well. And then we got ejected into the black hole and went inside the quantum tower of knowledge and discovered a few things in there. So it looks like we're well on our way to solving this mystery of Outer Wilds. So let's wake up, get back to it. Okay. Let's go look at the computer really quick and see if there's anything new that we should know. I believe there will be. Suit up first. View ship log. Yes, here we go. Some new stuff. Ruptured core. Gabbros Island. Ocean depths. Okay. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff. So, what is this? Yeah, so there's something else to explore in that place where we found the statue, but don't know what it is. Yeah, we still don't know what the Ashwin project is, really. There's a black hole forge. The quantum moon. Yeah, we need to figure out the quantum moon. Okay. Then ocean depths. Okay, so we need to figure out how to get to the inside Giant's Deep, I think. So let's go do that. I believe we'll go to Brittle's Hollow now, before it collapses too much. Oh, it's not letting me mark it. Sometimes it lets me and sometimes it doesn't. Okay. This hollow is actually really close right now. Eight kilometers away. That could not exist if this was a real planet. So Southern Observatory is what we're trying to get into, but I believe we have to go to the North Pole, is what those diaries said. Now the problem is I'm not sure exactly. I believe that's the North Pole right there. Whoops. Yeah, this is the ruins on the North Pole, I think. And he said there was some way to figure out how to get down from here. Or something. Let's look. Yes, we are on the North Pole. There's got to be a way to get in. There's lots of ruins here. So what are we looking for? Ruins is a sort of a general term, so I'm not sure what it exactly refers to. What's this? Okay, we already read this. This is about the quantum moon. So I don't think it's that. Maybe it's that over there. I hope we don't ever get hit by one of those things. It looks like it will not be fun. How about this? I think we already looked at this too. Yeah, we've looked at this before, so... Huh. There's the elevator, and we need to reverse it to go down, I remember. Refill my jetpack. Yeah, this teleports us to from the White Hole Observatory. There's more. Ooh, are these ruins? There's more pieces of stone over here. Oh no, these are just pieces of stone. These are not ruins. I'm not sure. Let's go back to the ship. This doesn't seem right. I'm pretty sure that guy's his thing. So there's some sort of banjo right below us. That's a banjo. How do we get to him? Let's fly around a little in the ship and see if we see anything. I know there's a way to get inside the planet with the ship, but I don't want to fall in the black hole. Let's look around a little. How do we get inside? This is the crashed... We also looked at this. This is like the crashed pod thing. Let's look again really quick. Maybe there's something here. This is the, like an escape pod. One of the escape pods that they launch. Is everyone unharmed? No one was badly injured from the escape pod's impact. We're incredibly fortunate. This is good news, at least. Have we heard from 2 or 3? Escape pod 2 or 3? This is escape pod 1. No. I am unable to make contact. My equipment can hear the other 2 escape pods' distress signals, however. If it's any comfort, both pods must be structurally intact. I'll continue calling for them. My gratitude, if we can... Thatch, the moon is approaching again. Everyone brace yourselves swiftly. The volcanic moon has returned. Be cautious. That's the thing that's shooting all the meteors down and blowing up. Be cautious of falling ash and debris. I believe the moon has passed. This planet doesn't appear eager to have guests. We are certainly unwelcome on its surface. We need to find shelter and quickly. The volcanic moon won't be gone for long. I've observed several promising sites below the surface, but we'll need to construct a way for everyone to climb safely down this cliff. Perhaps we could build platforms. Okay. So there's probably a way down from where we are right now. Let's go up in here really quick, though. I want to see if there's anything in here. I think we looked in here, but I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, I believe we read all this. Verdict hospitable. So that means they scanned it and they can go outside basically without dying. Okay, this is the log, the ship log of all the things that are happening. I believe we looked at that already. What's this? Whoa. Emergency escape hatch. Oh! Cool. That's how we get down. But it looks like pieces of the bridge are falling into the black hole, which is never good. You don't want to fall into a black hole. Oh, I see. When you touch them, they fall. So you have to be very careful. Use caution. A black hole sleeps below. You must not slip. Okay, let's go quickly. So these are fragile. These planks we're walking on are fragile. Those ones didn't fall, but some of them have fallen. Okay, we're going down. This must be the way down. Some platforms. Jumping down. Of note, which means like attention, be sure not to wander far from here. Though this area is somewhat unstable, it's safer than anything we've found so far. The temporary settlement is finished, but remember to be cautious of falling rocks and dust created by meteor impacts. Okay. This is like an inside city. I don't know if these are going to fall if I walk on them, but we're going to try it. Nope. Okay, cool. Ooh. There's some interesting stuff here. There's some gravity thing that walks all the way across the... Ooh, that's crazy. That must be the way to get to the other side. What's this say? Given concerns about our settlement's stability, where should we construct a new, less temporary shelter? We need to stay close to the escape pod so Felix can monitor incoming messages. We can't be rescued if we aren't present to respond. I don't believe anyone is coming to save us, Thatch. Now we must save ourselves. I agree. We're here because the eye signal called to us and we followed. I don't know what the eye is. If we were to find it, we need to not merely survive, but thrive. Thrive means like blossom, like grow. This is a wise point, Plume, and eloquently made. Eloquently means made, spoken well, said well. If moving to the northern glacier will keep us safer, then that is what we should do. I believe we should migrate to the northern glacier. What if we use gravity crystals to craft a stable path? That's these things. Building beneath the crust again would shelter us from the volcanic moon's eruptions. So they're inside because of the moon is bombarding this place with fragments. I want to follow that path, but first it looks like some other stuff to look at over here. Some sort of house with a spooky symbol. This knowledge is too dear to lose, too precious to lose. Here is everything we can recall about the signal we encountered while aboard the vessel. The signal looked like an eye. Oh, so literally an eye, like an eye. Round with a circle at the center, much like a pupil. Suppose the signal was looking for something. The signal was older than the universe itself. This doesn't seem possible. This is the most significant detail. No, my clan has ever encountered anything like it. How can anything in this universe be older than the universe itself? Exactly how? Imagine what rare and profound knowledge it might offer. We must find this eye of the universe. Okay, so they're looking... That's maybe what... This is maybe what it looked like, and they're looking for that. And they came to our solar system because of that. This looks like some sort of staff or maybe a light. I'm not sure. Some houses. This looks like they took shelter here for a while. Is the hardest path of this tragedy not knowing who we may have lost, or will the hardest part come later? When will we learn? Be well, Aunt Milleray. So she died or something? Not sure. A lot here. Wow, there's a big city here. I don't know how much of this we should explore and how much we should just head on, because I know that this planet's not the most stable. Is a plant. Give some more oxygen. Yeah, I think we should go back up and go across that gravity path before any more of this planet collapses. We could always come back another day and explore more of this. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. There is a lot of houses here, though. Let's follow the gravity path, see where it leads. Interesting, they had all this technology, but they still had a lot of trouble coming here and surviving. Oh my. Oh yeah, see, pieces are flying off. Whoa! That was close. We came just in time. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's keep running. Run. I don't think there's actually a sprint button in this game. We're just going as fast as we can. Looks like ice here. We're nearing the southern pole where it's colder. This looks very interesting, very cool. These crystals are singing. That's what it sounds like anyways. Some sort of song. Okay. We made it to the other side. Now what? Ghost energy? Don't do that. Lots of ghost energy here. Let's go this way. I see something over here to read, maybe. Yeah, this place is falling apart. Here's a description. These symbols maybe match with these. School district, Meltwater district, Eye Shrine district, Black Hole Forge district. That's what we want. Black Hole Forge. I think it was... That was the Black Hole Forge symbol? I've already forgotten. We just looked at it. Actually don't know. Is it this way? There's a lot here. Nope. It's broken. Let's go this way. Let's just see what happens. They clearly forged the black hole because it's in the middle of the planet ripping it apart. Is there anything here to do? I see something over there, but how do we get over there? Oh, maybe jumping up here? Whee! And then jumping across. Yeah, somebody, this looks like a house, lots of dead bodies, always a good sign. This looks like something. Be welcomed in this place. The shrine is a space to reflect on what brought us to the star system, the signal from the eye. We observed the eye's signal in our travels and followed it here to find its source. What we know is this. The source of the signal, which we have chosen to call the eye of the universe, is older than the universe itself. The rest we have yet to learn. Enter and open your mind to its possibilities. What is the eye of the universe? The eye is much older than this universe, so imagine how much it could teach us. Perhaps it is a cosmic library. Perhaps. Suppose the eye is a more advanced being. Could be an alien. The eye is the source of the signal that brought us here. Okay. It's teaching us about the eye. How can the eye be older than the universe itself? Yeah, seems impossible. Suppose it is a relic from a previous universe. The early universe was unimaginably hot and dense. If anything existed before, it would have been destroyed. Suppose the universe is older than previously assumed. Yeah, these are all valid questions. If it's actually older than the universe, maybe it's not. Maybe you just think it is. What is the eye's signal? Suppose the eye wishes to communicate. The signal is a call. Were we the intended audience? So maybe it was trying to call someone else and they came instead. The signal is the eye's voice. It speaks a language we don't know yet. So it's an unintelligible signal, but it seems to be calling them. Or maybe the signal is the eye's attempt at expressing itself. Of note, from the signal, we were able to determine the eye's approximate age or perhaps its lack of age. So either they determined it around how old it was, or maybe it doesn't have an age. It's infinite. Okay. Is there anything else to do here? I could jump. I see an elevator over there. Let's go back up over here. Some stairs. Right here. Stairs. More stairs. More dead people. Lots of dead people. Jump across here. I no longer believe, as I did as a child on Ember Twin, that the eye of the universe, the source of the signal, wishes to harm us, but it may not want to be found either. So this is much later. They've been here for a long time. In fact, the eye may not have wishes at all. We have no evidence supporting this. It may not be a sentient being. The terrible circumstances of our arrival here were almost certainly exactly that. Circumstance, which means a coincidence, just happened to happen. I suspect imagining we are special to the eye in some way is wishful thinking. The eye might have called out to any sentient species. So maybe they don't... It's not because the eye called to them, it just was calling in general. Or it might have not been calling at all, and my ancestors heard the signal holds no great deep meaning. Exactly. Maybe it isn't a call. This wouldn't be so bad, I think. So this person is afraid of the eye, or was, and doesn't know if we should be going after it. I have bad news for them. We're going after it. Okay. Not sure what to make of what we discovered here. Uh-oh. Well, we're stuck here. Our ship is 27 kilometers away. That's not good. Let's go down here. Can we go back the way we came? Let's see if there's anything back that way. Things may have collapsed since we came over here. It looks like there's a way up, but it's broken. I'd like to get to whatever that is, but I don't know how to get there. Because this way, it looks like the way up, and it looks like it's broken. Maybe we can jump. Huh. Okay, this isn't working. Go here, then can we jump to there? Nope. It almost worked. It's a little confusing. Where are we? We jump even higher. No. Where are we? I'm running out of fuel, which isn't good. There's trees up here refueling us, but I don't know how to... It won't let us jump any higher. This is frustrating. And then here, rest for a second. How do we get up there? No. Oh, it didn't work. Uh-oh. Oh. Ow. Okay. Well, that didn't work. I don't think we found this place, the Black Hole Forge District. Because this is... It's got two things on it, so that is Meltwater District. Yeah, we're at the Meltwater District. I wonder how we get there. It looks like there might have been a bridge here, but it collapsed. We might have to return another day. In fact, I think we will, because we can't go anywhere without our ship. I think it might be better just to kill ourselves so that we can restart this day. We did learn some stuff. Black Hole Forge controls. What? Down here? Oh! What's this do? Whoa! Uh-oh. What did I do? Okay. How do we get up to that? I don't even know what you would call that thing that we just did. It went up there, though. How do we get there? Ooh, what's this? Something we haven't read. The Ash Twin Project requires a powerful, highly advanced warp core. How should we obtain it? Maybe we can... Can we remove the skull or this scroll and put it here? Does it do anything different? No, it's the same writing. Okay. Oh, here's the scroll. Let's put it in here. Solution 2. We could craft a new advanced warp core inspired by the vessel's warp core. Abandoning the vessel's warp core and its casing means losing valuable knowledge. This is true, however, its knowledge we have little hope of recovering. It would be best to relearn, I think. Okay, their vessel must be what they came here in, their ship. I would very much like to craft such a powerful core. More relevantly, I believe the Black Hole Forge crew and I could recreate the basic design. This is the safest path for our claim. Is the safest path the best one? Our goal is our goal is worth the risk. Is it though? We tried for so long to find something that I and others now believe might be impossible to find. If the search for the eye is a futile one, which is a futile means like it's unable to be achieved. You can't do it. We should choose the path. We should choose the option with the least potential for harm. The greatest challenge here, I think, is that we don't have the design for such a powerful core or any of the original crafters of the vessel's core. So these are people that have lived for a long time and they weren't on the original ship. No, but Poke was apprenticed to a Noah who created the original design, and our Black Hole Forge is adept at crafting simpler cores. I believe I can be of use here. The vessel's warp core was created before my time, but Noah explained many of his designs to me. Okay. Is there any other cores or something to read? Here's some stairs. Let's go up here. Oh, there's another one. Another scroll. Let's read this. Learning a lot of good stuff. Solution. Oh, so we read solution 2 first. Oh well. Solution 1. We could retrieve the warp core from the vessel. This would require a return to Dark Bramble. Plume, my father, said many good no my perish there. We've been to Dark Bramble. That's where the scary fish are. My mentor Coleus and his old mentor once discovered and studied an anglerfish fossil and ember twin. Using that knowledge, we could avoid the anglerfish entirely. What Melor and I learned from that fossil would theoretically help us evade the anglerfish, but our hypothesis was never tested on a live specimen. I remember that the anglerfish fossil we used to play in Fossil Fish Cave when we were children. So these people have been here a long time, or were, now they're gone. The vessel's warp core is broken, but at best, recall that those present within the vessel crash said it sustained lethal injuries. There is no guaranteed reward for this risk. Perhaps we could still repair it. My grandmother told me there was little time to assess the nature or extent of the damage. Even if it no longer functions, the old core could be a valuable blueprint, provided we are able to transport it back here. So their vessel crashed into Dark Bramble and is lost inside that, and we've seen it's like inside. It's like a quantum mess inside there. Okay. So they could either create a new vessel, or try to retrieve that vessel, and I'm not sure which one they did, but it didn't work because they're all dead. What's this say? I feel strange trying to recreate a Noah's warp core without him. At times, it still feels strange to no longer be his very young apprentice, and for the Black Hole Forge to be in my care and not his. Hypothesis. This will always feel strange. Even though my time with him was short, I miss my old mentor, and deeply. He misses him. To have the chance to try is thrilling, exciting, but I don't want to disappoint everyone. I think I can do this, probably, but what if excitement has clouded my assessment of my own abilities? So what if he's too excited and doesn't realize that he can't do it? Was I wrong in volunteering to build it? I was born in this star system and never saw a Mona's warp core with my own 3 eyes. I only know what he taught me. What if I've bitten off a larger portion than I can consume? Bitten off more than you can chew means like taking on too much. You can't do it. Still, all I can give is my best, and as Anona once said, should my best prove insufficient, then I will find another way to achieve what's needed. I have Clarion Root in the Forge, and I have my clan. I am not alone. So he has his doubts that he can make another core, but he's going to try anyways. Okay, I don't have enough fuel to jump up there, unfortunately. Oh, the sun's exploding anyways. Well, definitely we have to come back here. Because we got to figure out how to get to the Black Hole Forge. There's got to be a way to do it. Okay. So we learned some good stuff there. I think we're unfortunately going to have to go back into that Dark Bramble thing, which is really spooky and also just really hard. The anglerfish are hard to avoid. I'm not really sure where we're supposed to go, too. We'll figure it out, though. Okay. Day 2. Or whatever, it's not actually day 2. Day 2 of this video. I guess we should go back to that place. Let's see. We discovered some stuff. I think we saw the anglerfish fossil already. It says there's more to explore where we were, so we should go back. Okay. Let's do it. Dark Bramble. Or not Dark Bramble, sorry. Ember Twin, right there. Or Brittle Hollow, whatever. They're getting them so confused. There's the escape pod. That's what we want. Ooh. It sucks that our ship flies away because we basically have to just stay here the whole day. But whatever. Back in the Hanging City. It's a cool name. Let's explore a little more on this side before we go back over. Since we have a little more time, I think. So this was their temporary city before they moved to where we just went on the southern side. So it looks like they were here for a while, but the planet is so unstable that they had to leave. Although it seems like they made it unstable. If they created this black hole down there, then it's their fault that it's crumbling. How do we go down? Oh, maybe here. I don't know if there's anything else to even learn here, but it's worth looking. Oh yeah, there's something down here. That looks cool. Nope, nothing there. I can't understand. Why did the vessel crash in that place? We warped to follow that curious signal from the eye of the universe. Where we arrived was wrong. It wasn't where we tried to go. Okay, so they weren't trying to come here. They were trying to go somewhere else. Suppose it wasn't a problem with the vessel, but with our destination. I'm afraid for our friends in Escape Pod 3. Was the vessel unwell in some way? That's a weird way to put it. Maybe the vessel's alive? You would only say unwell for something if it was alive. If it was a machine, it wouldn't be unwell. It would be broken or needing repair. It wouldn't be unwell. Unwell is really only for a living thing. So like your dog can be unwell or your sister can be unwell, but a vessel, if it's a ship, is not typically something that can be unwell. No, Anona and I checked before the warp, and the warp core and navigation systems were both well. So it's another thing. You wouldn't say well. You would only say well with people or animals or living things. So maybe a hint. Maybe it is. Ooh. There's the. Okay, this must be the vessel, because that is the eye of the world or eye of the universe or whatever. Ooh, some sort of scary thing is grabbing the vessel. Maybe the dark bramble. Kind of looks like brambles to me. Like brambles are like roots and like pieces of plants. And then yeah, it's grabbing them and then it's shooting out. These are the 3 escape pods. And then here's hints of where they went. So one went to the Ember Twin, we found that one. One went to Brittle Hollow, which is where we are. And then one did not escape, it looks like. It's still within the dark bramble. It's a clue, I think. Okay, I'm not sure there's much more here. I think we might need to... I want to go back to the Black Hole Forge and figure out what's going on there. Yeah, let's go back up to the Black Hole Forge now. Before we get sucked into the black hole. I gotta say, building a black hole doesn't seem like a good idea to me. Because you can kind of see what it did to this planet. Maybe they had their reasons, though. Okay. Let's go walk across the crystals. Get to the other side of the planet. Try to get out of here. Not sure if the exploding parts of this planet are randomized or if they happen always in the same order. It would make sense for them to happen in the same order since we're repeating the same day over and over, but I don't know. An interesting hum these crystals make. What else is there to find over here? So, we need to find, yeah. Oh yeah, there's still that signal over here somewhere, isn't there? Which I feel like we might have, we found the guy with the banjo before, I guess didn't scan him. So it still says unknown. Not sure. Is this where the controls to the... Yeah, right here. Right? Yes. Okay, so now we know that does that. Now we have to somehow get up there. And then remember this, I remember this part. We read these scrolls. And then, yeah, okay, now, yeah, we ran out of fuel as we were climbing. Okay. Let's keep climbing. Let's see what we can find. Going up. There's a waterfall. Don't fall. Oop. Is this slippery? No. Oh, we could have just gone the other way. Oh. That's the secret way in. Okay. Ah, it's like a little cave. Okay, so that's how you get out of here, but how do we get to the Black Hole Forge? Okay, that hurt a lot. There's got to be a reason why we raised that, you would think. It's not this way, though. Down again. What does going down again do? Oh no, that's the... Okay. That looks like something over there, but how do we get over there? Because it looks like this is where you're supposed to go, but it's broken. Like it's you can't go all the way up because it's collapsed at the top. Yeah, see how it's like fallen over and crushed this side? Huh. What about from the other side? No, I think we tried this already. Okay. There's got to be a way to get up there, though. And then this is nothing. Yeah, no, we looked over here already. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, like, try to get around this, or... Is there, like, a secret way to do it? It might be something I'm missing. Why can't you? It's so weird. Oh my goodness. That was scary. See, the game doesn't let you balance when you're up here. Like, I want to stop right here. Okay, that would let me know. No, I don't think you can fit through that hole. Okay, I thought I slowed down enough there, but I guess it didn't. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. There's nothing there. How do I get to that black hole forge? Yeah. There just must be something I'm missing. Could try from that side. I think we've waited too long now, though. This whole planet is collapsing. Because there's like ghost matter here. So we'd have to like fly around it. Maybe this is the way. There's definitely something here. This looks like a little, like a classroom almost, like these like your desks with chairs on them. Explanation of festivals. Oh, this is the scribbly writing, so maybe a kid wrote this. All the Nomai clans from all over the universe meet in one place to share what they've learned of science and art. It's called the festival. Don't forget, festivals happen every 10 years. We can't go because we're stuck here, but Felix says we used to go too. At some festivals, one clan's big discovery can mean all the Nomai get to advance too, like in Nona's warp core, which made it so everyone can warp long distances and explore more. Each clan has a festival envoy to show their most interesting work. Our envoy was Thatch. An envoy is someone who goes instead of everyone else. A single festival could last a long time. I believe we're supposed to move this, drop this. So there's another one. So festivals are like gatherings of people where they're celebrating something. Formation of this universe. No one knows how this universe was made, but one thing we do know is everything used to be very hot and very dense, tightly packed together. As this early universe expanded, it also cooled down. Once it had cooled down enough, particles were able to group together to form things like galaxies, stars, and planets. That's how our universe formed as well. Since then, space has continued to expand at a faster and faster rate, which is hard to think about for too long without your brain hurting. The universe will keep getting colder and larger until one day the stars and life they support will all die. It's depressing but true. That's scary to think about. Even though Kanoi tells me it won't happen in our lifetimes, but it'll happen in somebody else's someday. Okay, so this was like a classroom. There were like kids. These are probably kid skeletons. So this was just a classroom, I guess. This is just, I'm not sure. It didn't lead us to the black hole forge, that's for sure. It is directly above us, though. There doesn't seem to be any way to get there. That's Ghost Matter. Anything else up here, maybe? Doesn't really look like it. I wonder if there's anything else to do here. So we found a lot of stuff. I mean, the only thing left is that black hole forge, but I don't know how we get to it. There's got to be a way. I wonder if we jump from over. No, that wouldn't work. Well, this day is pretty much done, but we'll return here on another day. I don't know how much of this path is going to be here still since the whole place is crumbled. Yeah, it's not enough to get back across. That's for sure. I wonder if I could jump and go to the surface here. Nope. The black hole's too strong. Well, we can go to the black hole. Oh. I got caught in some sort of... Oh, yeah. We can identify this guy. Oh, it's Ryback. Yeah, we've met Ryback before. I learned something. Nomai probably came here from somewhere outside the solar system. We know that. And they must have been in trouble when they launched their escape pods. Yeah, we gotta find that vessel. Yeah, we've already talked to him, though. It was in a different episode, but... I wonder if this path is even around still since the whole planet's exploding. Yeah, we already read all this. I think we found pretty much everything here. The only thing I'm confused about is how to get to that gravity thing. Or the black hole thing, I mean. There must be a way. Ship's on the other side of the planet. Well, we got a good view of the universe exploding. Here it goes. Our ship managed to stay here the whole time instead of flying off into space, so that's cool. Well, another day done. We didn't learn as much this day as the last couple of days. They were a little more productive, but still had some fun. Okay, well, I'm going to end it there as soon as we wake up here. But thanks for watching this episode. I hope you guys were able to learn some English while we had some fun. As always, you can give me feedback if there's some things that were unclear and I didn't explain them properly. I'm sure there were. At times it's hard to like properly explain English words, but all right. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.